Aloha! Today I'm going to do a review on Mockingjay Part 2, which I saw last night, which is why I am so exhausted because I got home late and then I went on Tumblr and you know how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to do a review on it. First part will be no spoilers. Second part I will probably talk about some of the specific things that happen, but I will warn you about that. So first off, with the non-spoilers part, can I just say literally it was amazing. I loved it so much. I am a huge fan of the books and they have really done justice to the books with these movies. That's why it's such an amazing series overall. I haven't read the book in like 5 years, so I was fuzzy on the details of what actually happened in the book, but from what I can remember, they did really well, and that is amazing. It makes me so happy. The performances from the actors were absolutely phenomenal. I love Jennifer Lawrence, I love Josh Hutcherson, I love Liam Hemsworth, I forgot his last name there for a minute, and then whoever plays Effie and Haymitch and just everyone is amazing. It's an amazing cast. It was a lot more actiony than part one, which was cool to see. I loved how they went about that and like how they dealt with the action part of the movie, like the war part, which is really good. It was just amazing. Like honestly, just like 10 out of 10 Mockingjay pins. Honestly, it was just fantastic. Probably my favorite movie of the series. I was about to say so far, but it's not so far. It's over. That hurts. But it is my favorite movie of the series. My second favorite would be Catching Fire. I love that one because that's my favorite book. But it was amazing. Absolutely, if you read the books and you love the books, go see the movie. If you haven't read the books, but you love the other movies, go see the movie. If you've never even heard of it, first of all, why'd you click on this video? Okay, but if you haven't heard of the movies, first of all, have you been living under a rock? Second of all, go watch all the other movies and then go see this movie because it's amazing and I loved it. It's so entertaining, it's so emotional, exciting, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat, and it was amazing. Now to the spoiler part of the review. So if you have not either read or seen Mockingjay Part 2, I would probably click out and come back later after you have read and or seen it. So like I said before, it's been quite a few years since I have read the book, so I don't quite remember all the small little details, but I kind of remember the general plot line, and from what I do remember from the general plot line, the movie was very close to it. And obviously the part most of the book readers were afraid of in the movie was death number 1, which was it hurts to say, but the death of Finnick, which it hurt. It's so sad. I loved him as a character, but how they handled it in the movie is just like I remember in the book, which I don't remember very well because I have been suppressing that like we all have. But they did it amazingly, and just the development that they went through with him and with the relationships with the other characters, like his relationship with the other characters, was just fantastic. And I didn't exactly cry at his death quite yet. I was sad, but I was just more, I don't even know the word. I didn't cry then. And then with death number 2, with Prim, which I was never actually I was never very attached to Prim. Like, I understood that Katniss loved her, but I cared more about Katniss than I did about Prim, and whatever emotion I did have towards Prim was through Katniss, if that makes any sense. So I didn't really cry with hers either, other than seeing Katniss's reaction. That's what hurt me the most. But I didn't cry then either. I was keeping it in. I was holding it together. And then my favorite part of the book which then was in the movie, which I was very happy about, the epilogue. I love the epilogue. Perfect closing to this big, epic series. I loved the juxtaposition of the series is this big, like, explosion of a story. There's excitement and fighting and violence and love and all of this crazy stuff. But the epilogue is very calm, and it's the complete opposite, and that's why I love it so much. And honestly, I couldn't have written a better ending for Katniss myself, mostly because she ends up with Peeta. Not that I'm not too attached to the love story, well, I am, but it's not what the story's about, is my point. But I love Peeta more than I love Gale, but I never liked Gale, like, even in the books. Although I do still love Liam Hemsworth, don't get me wrong. Anyway, the epilogue was the best part. I loved it so much, and I just I kind of lost it towards the end there. I was okay, I was keeping it in, I was holding it together, and then the epilogue started and I just started crying so much. I was just sobbing everywhere, and I had done the Katniss Everdeen makeup look that I had made a YouTube video last time. I will link it in the description, you know, hashtag spawn. But because it's a dark look, it was all over my face. I looked like a wreck, honestly, and I walked out into the movie theater lobby like that, which is great. Everyone saw me. Everyone knows what the movie will be like based on the black mascara tears all over my face. But yeah, it was amazing. I loved Peeta's, Josh Hutcherson's deliverance, if that's a word, of Peeta as that broken, sort of trying to piece himself back together character, and how he played his relationship with Katniss, and just sort of like the slowly putting the puzzle pieces back together. And just honestly, all over, an amazing movie. Also, side note, Haymitch and Effie are a thing. You cannot tell me otherwise. I know it's not exactly canon in the book, but it's mostly canon in the movie, and I have been saying it the whole time to myself. So that is what I'm going to end this video with. I'm going to dedicate this video, this emotion, this everything, this whole experience for all of us, not only to the people who loved it, but to Elizabeth Banks, who started it, to all the other actors, to the cast, to the crew, to Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was an amazing actor in the movie, who passed away, but he gave us an amazing performance. He was an amazing person, and I love it. And I hope that, I mean, even with the movie's over, we can still all find a connection through these characters, through the story, and through what Suzanne Collins has given us, because it's amazing. And yeah, that is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me what you thought of the movie below in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at spiritmc_meetsworld. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will talk to you guys next time. May the odds be ever in your favor. Bye!